Did you know that 1/3 to 1/2 of all internet activity involves visits to pornographic websites? We know since 1973 there have been over 50 million abortions. For each of those abortions, there is a post-abortive father who has participated and been involved in an intimate way in the death of his unborn son or daughter. Pornography on the internet and post-abortive fathers. What's the connection? Well, if we look at post-abortive fathers and we look at the statistics about their experience of abortion, we know that many of them have an immediate sense of relief with the resolution of the crisis pregnancy. But if we follow those post-abortive dads and study more closely what their experience is like, we find out that they have some very conflictual feelings about their involvement in abortion. They have a sense of sadness and grief often. They can think about the child that would have been born. In fact, some studies show that up to 80% of men involved in abortion think at some time about that child. There's unresolved grief. There can be anger that, of their failure to defend the life of that child. So how do they deal with these very painful feelings and these conflictual feelings? Well, they tend to either ignore them, stuff them away. If they have trouble repressing those feelings, they'll turn to drugs and alcohol and various addictions. One of those addictions they can turn to is through the internet and through viewing pornography and the behaviors that accompany that kind of an addictive behavior. How does it become addictive for men? Well, initially, as they are involved in that activity, they're trying to treat a sense of anxiety, depression, or those painful feelings they're experiencing. The more they use the pornography and the activities that go along with that with pornography, the actual part of the brain that controls pleasure shrinks. So they need to repeat the behavior more often, and they need more shocking images in order to get the same level of pleasure response. So they're using the internet in a sense as a drug to treat their depression. In Salvo magazine, in the summer edition, Dr. Donald Hudson had an excellent article. He's a neurosurgeon, and he talked about the changes in the brain and how pornography acts very much like a drug. So it's extremely important when we have a man who's struggling with sexual addiction, and really with any addiction, to find out if there's an abortion in his history, because healing that abortion loss can be a very important part of him being able to manage his addiction. He will need special treatment and special support for that addiction, but a foundation of his healing journey can be healing that abortion loss. So let's get the word out to post-abortive fathers that if they're struggling with a sexual addiction, particularly with the power of internet pornography, we need to let them know of the healing resources that are available. In Rachel's Vineyard, we have healing weekend retreats. Men are welcome and do come to those retreats and find a profound healing of their abortion loss. Thank you.